Welcome to the Wilson Center's Ghostlight series at Cape Fear Community College. We are proud to announce a new part of our series, which will be special guests on Sundays at 7 p.m. These special guests and personalities have graciously agreed to allow proceeds donated during their performance to support Broadway for a Better World, our program which allows those from our communities, particularly youth, to attend any performance at the Wilson Center. I would like to thank our partner, Rhonda Bellamy with the Arts Council of Wilmington and New Hanover County. And as always, I pray that you and your loved ones stay safe at this time. And as always, thank you for being our guest.
Hello, I'm Jaki Shelton Green, the North Carolina Poet Laureate. It's been my pleasure traveling the state of North Carolina, visiting so many of you as I promote literacy and the literary arts. It's my pleasure today to be here promoting and asking you to join me in celebrating and promoting Broadway for a Better World. Broadway for a Better World provide free tickets for young people and public audiences to attend theater performances. We need art right now more than ever. So please join me in supporting my friends, Broadway for a Better World. I'd like to offer some poetry this afternoon for this broadcast supporting our friends. And I want to start with a poem that I wrote for my grandmother. I know the grandmother one had hands. I know the grandmother one had hands, but they were always in bowls, folding, pinching, rolling the dough, making the bread. I know the grandmother one had hands, but they were always underwater, sifting rice, bluing clothes, starching lives. I know the grandmother one had hands, but they were always in the earth, planting seeds, removing weeds, growing knives, burying sons. I know the grandmother one had hands, but they were always under the cloth, pushing it along, helping it birth into skirts, dress, curtains to lock out night. I know the grandmother one had hands, but they were always inside the hair, parting, plaiting, twisting it into rainbows. I know the grandmother one had hands, but they were always inside pockets, holding the knots, counting the twisted veins, holding on to herself, lest her hands disappear into sky. I know the grandmother one had hands, but they were always inside the clouds, poking holes for the rain to fall. Paper dolls. Perhaps it is the joy of tomato sandwiches, the smell of Jergens and Jean Naté at 13, or our love still for grandmothers, aunts, who enter rooms largely sideways, hips broad enough to use as sideboards. Maybe it is the value we place on Duke's mayonnaise, the sandwich spread for queens. Whatever, wherever, and forevermore, we are little girls, revisiting space, rebuilding houses, renaming mothers. Perhaps it is the secret knotted inside the pleats of skirt hems, sewn along scarf edges, fringed secret whispers that whisper a familiar smell. Whatever we become, sisters, stealing a moment to cast word spells, undress our mothers, repaint their lips with anything red, anything Italian. drench their heads with ancient claroyal wisdom, anoint their hands with historical bronze, queen of the Nile henna. We re-embrace lace, full petticoats, white linen skirts, sailor dresses, patent leather. For the pretty pirates, swans, ballerinas, we will become. Perfume next, wrist, adorned in vintage memory, cut carefully along the edges of this madness, this magic. We lie down and wait for the moon to trace us. Right now, more than ever, I believe that we need light in our world. Light. 1. Ghost pages always fit my palm squarely off-center, where gravity tenderly lifts each page. The shifting begins when I dream myself awake inside a kaleidoscope of light. Tiny hands stretch to feel the breath of the light. I dream myself awake and crack into 1,000 moments. I find home in the dark path where ghosts whisper through a rainstorm. A veil of light is the only mask we need. The beloved is a trickster, reminding me to feed the light growing inside my palms. I find home in the dark path. I dance its curves. The laughter of tiny feet drop stars behind us. I am following the path, the way of the beloved, eating edible stars, holding a belly of symphony. 2. I'll meet you there on a star beam, as flat as a map of the world. We will pretend we are meeting for the first time. We will pretend that our thirst has never greeted morning together. I will introduce you to the sky as breath. We will ask the river for an ancient chant to sing morning home. We will burst into song for the prayers whispering between light and shadow. We will teach our eyes to yearn for the moon. We will grow into mindful shadows. I will dance you all the way back to the dark path. I will become 1,000 strings of light, a dancing, crashing constellation, a piano, a flute, a drum that smells the spelling of your name across the sky, your name that leaves a scent like rose. 3. There are sleeping trees that refuse to listen to the stories of the leaves. They have outlived the fierce tornadoes and wintry spirits. It is here, beneath this quiet light, that we taste light for the first time and realize that we've stolen and savored light before inside the cloud of a womb. We become the reds, yellows, browns that fall beneath a cathedral of sky that refuses to bend. I trace your hands across a sky that remembers to remember. I trace your heart across an open flame that guides the breath of the firefly. I scatter your footprints across forest floors where moons, full moons, serve a witch's brew. 4. A spider unlaces the black light hanging low. We all rush to see the eclipse of each other. We are all low-hanging fruit, waiting to ripen. I am the source of me. You are the source of you. We are potent scars inside each other's hands. We are dances undanced, feast untasted, journeys unarrived. We are carrying the rivers where blood is born. We are this barren ground where we are learning new ways to sing our names backwards. We are new maps for all the ages we are becoming. We are a new pulsating red that the sky needs to start a revolution of peace. We are the ones we've been waiting for inside this dance of light and sound. 5. We are learning new ways to measure a suspended tear on a child's face. We are learning how to cultivate the light inside midnight visitations of grandmothers and grandfathers who scattered moonbeams across oceans of no return. Ancestors who stole light from crooked paths, washed out continents, and crowded cargo ships in the spirit of becoming that light, the light that they knew their seeds would need. We are these seeds they scattered. We are the light their hands carried in their arms, hands, feet, in their spirits, wombs, and hearts. We are holding the light inside our brushstrokes, our sculptures, our fire, our fibers that dance, our words that sing. 6. We have been here before, standing upside down, bone naked, inside the truths of creativity, inside the natural world that whispers itself into the stitches of our cloth. We are the creator ones, the maker ones, understanding the biology of what remains. We dare white light to pass through a prism and separate light. We dare the rainbow of colors to weep. We dare red to grow an even longer wavelength. We have been here before, holding red skies, red oceans, red storms, hostage inside the light that we bear. We have been here before, as the poets, the magicians, the weavers, the glass blowers who see in the dark. We are here now, offering the light. 7. We are here now, offering light. We are here now, offering the medicine. We are here now, offering the fire that the world needs. We are here now, reclaiming the light from the shadows. We are here now, bending light back into hungry hearts. We are here now, offering a feast of light. 3 minutes. And I'd like to end this poetry reading. Sorry. I'd like to end this poetry reading with a short poem entitled Rumors. What could the clouds be whispering about me? They don't even know my name. Hush, child, hush. Ain't I told you 1,000 times to whisper when we walking through the sky? Girl, cloud know your name. Moon too. Stars told them. They know about you. Know about you before you were ever born. Thank you, friends, for listening. And please join me in celebrating our friends, Broadway, for a better world. Please contribute. Thank you.